That's right, folks. Time for the old Allen's update. Whew. Been a while.
Back to shingling.
So this section of tree here, well, there's a excuse me, hawthorn up here, which is just sort of in the process of dying off. I can see down at the base that the root ball has started to lift, and that's sort of like laid over. There's a bit more dead up here, and that's been laid over the roof. As the elder's grown this season and this summer, spring and summer, and has laid over, put extra weight on it, it's laid over. Also there's live down there as well, so it's still going, but you know, it's going to need some weight taken off it and things like that to keep it upright, keep it off the roundhouse. But we're just starting on this set. Once I've got this last section in here, I'll then have a complete sort of like donut, effectively, ring of these shingles, and then I can work my way on getting further up. Well, we've been battling the weather a little bit recently, in general. Of course, the start of the summer holidays means that the weather always shifts to being sort of damp, windy, wet, you know, and this year is no exception. And so today I've chosen the wrong day to be on this side of the roof. Much better to be underneath it, but never mind. So it's raining away out there. Fortunately, I'm under a cover of trees at the moment, but yeah, raining away out there. Yucky day, really. And of course my axe has just slipped off the roof into the shrubbery. It's going to be one of them days. Go down, get the axe, you know. Sometimes I wish there were other people down here to give me a hand with this sort of stuff, but you know, I struggle enough getting myself down here, so getting other people down there is very challenging.
First section of cuts has just done this bit through here, or first load of cuts.
It's time to go back down there, get a bit more cutting done.
Wilma is being very patient with me.
Got a nice little dry spot.
There is no pre-described length that I'm cutting these to. I'm just sort of doing it randomly, by eye, by feel, whatever. The only thing I am doing is, because the boards are all different lengths, when I've got shorter ones, I'll put them on top of all the others, and then obviously I can keep an eye on my lengths, so I'm not sort of like ending up with a little bit like that I can't use. You know, I can sort of get a decent length out, and then obviously another length.
That's the next batch cut then. Back up onto the roof.
Pippa Greenwood and safe hands Matthew Wilson off the bench as your hat-trick of gardens
as they are behind the dugout as we tackle horticultural questions and gardens.
It's a young bird, either a buzzard or a kite. I think it's a juvenile of one of those two. I'm gonna have to go look it up. So I'm about 50 feet away from it now. It's still watching me. It's going through there. Just keeping an eye on me. That's absolutely incredible. The thing that made me come into the woods was I heard a crack, like well, like if you step on a big stick, and it sort of made me go, oh, that's odd, because I haven't heard that for a while. As far as I know, there's nobody else in the woods. So that sort of piqued my interest, and then I heard this call, which either sounded like a distress call or a feeding call, and I think it must have been a feeding call, because as I got into the woods, a large bird of prey flew out, and I thought at first it was a distress call of one of the animals, maybe something that had been caught, or it was a warning call. It's possible. But then I heard that little tweeting of the little birds, and that's clearly a distress signal or a warning signal. And then sure enough, there it was, just sat there. So I hope it was okay. I hope it is just a juvenile. It did look like it. I hope it's a juvenile that's just being fed, rather than a bird that's injured. I think what I'll do is I'll come back and just double check, just have another look, if it's gone or if it's, just check
out of the woods.
situation.
Haven't seen that bird of prey, and thinking it was either a buzzard or a juvenile kite. Pretty sure now it's a buzzard. The joys of having books in the shepherd's hut. I've got a couple of reference books here. This one's got a lovely picture of a buzzard, and you can see specks of white around the head, which were present. The yellow around the mouth, which I took to be a sign, you probably can't see that, took to be a sign of being a juvenile. That's actually present on the adult buzzard. And the sort of flecks of white on the largely brown body. I know there are buzzards around here, and particularly these woods. I have seen them before. This picture of a buzzard here is less, well, drawing of a buzzard is less easy to identify that as being a buzzard, because it shows much more white on the front, but this one shows it being generally brown, so that's a pretty good indication. The red kite, I know them, they're very, very noticeable, with a much paler head, but I thought, again, being a juvenile, it might have been that, but I think more than likely it's a buzzard. Here we are back at the Roundhouse. I'll just show you what we've got done today, because I've run out of time, and I've also got slightly changed my roofing system from now on, so it's a good point to stop anyway. So I've got my little donut complete all the way around, so I've got all the edging pieces in that weren't there earlier. That bit was missing, this edge was done. I've done another row around here, so that's filled that in. Basically all of my struts that I've put on to date are all filled up now, so that's great. But what I need to do now to change it slightly is I need to put some vertical struts up that are easy to see, because obviously my main roof supports underneath this are harder and harder to get hold of, get onto, because they cross each other, and that makes it very difficult when you're on top of this plastic to work out where the main supports are and to get onto them. Excuse the wind on this. So I'm going to put some external struts up using either the standard roof batten I have been using or something else, and then I'll carry on with my horizontal battens again and just carry on working around like that. That is the plan. So as you can see, Wilma is ready to go, so we'll get her loaded up and we'll be on our way. Thanks for watching this edition of the Hobo Homestead, the Old Allens project, and we'll see you again soon. Hopefully it'll be a lot sooner for the next video than it has been. It's been too long between videos and work has been mega busy, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much about it, but you know, I like doing videos for you guys, and I like doing them for me as well, which is a good thing, because it's always good for me to look back on what I've done. And the last time I did anything on this roof was February, so that tells you I need to crack on. Okay, so although I chased that off effectively, I scared it off. It only flew 20 or so feet, but I know both of its wings are okay, I know it can fly, therefore I'm now totally convinced it's a juvenile and the adult is still sort of keeping an eye on it. Almost certainly it will go back to where it was a moment ago. It looks very much like it's new to flying, so that is super exciting, because I had a feeling, there we go, I had a feeling last year that there was a buzzard nest, but I didn't ever see any young come out of it. So super pleased with that, and with that, from me and Wilma, it's goodbye from Old Allens. See you again soon.